Hey everyone, my name is Tobias Siegel with Promolife, and we're going to talk about the OzoneOn ozone water device. We will be discussing the benefits of ozonated water and why everyone needs this in their home. My guest today is Chris Daniels, who represents Cashido. Can you tell us a little bit more about Cashido, and can you go over what motivated Cashido to focus on ozone water systems?
Sure. Well, Cashido Company is based in Taiwan, and you may remember back in 2003 there was the SARS epidemic,
Yep.
and it's not too much. It's not too much different from what's going on with the coronavirus right now. At the time, the government was telling everyone to wash your hands, and there was lots of sanitization going on in public places. And at that time, a lot of sanitizers like chlorine were actually disappearing from store shelves. They were
Yep.
selling out, and a lot of the manufacturers couldn't replenish stock in time. So at the time, our team thought, well, what if we were to look into some other ways to sanitize? And they experimented with many different methods, and they eventually settled on ozone.
Okay.
And they created a method to mix ozone into your faucet, so that allows you to sanitize right at your tap.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I've had a chance to try out the product, and it does what it says it's supposed to do. We've actually tested the ozone concentration coming out of the water as well, and our tests show right at zero point 0.6 parts per million, and I believe that's what you guys advertise as zero point 0.6 parts per million. So that's pretty good. So I want to start asking some pretty basic questions about what this product can be used for. Every year we're always hearing about an E. coli outbreak with lettuce. So one of the big things that I've read about with ozone is you can use ozone to help eliminate E. coli from fruits and vegetables. What is your thoughts on that? And has Cashido, have they thought about it? Is that one of the reasons why you have this product out there?
Yes, that's correct. So what I typically tell people is, I give this analogy. If you're gonna wash your hands, we use soap, right, to kill the bacteria.
Yes.
Now, if you're gonna wash an apple, you're not gonna put soap on that. You're just gonna wash that in tap water.
Yep, that's correct.
So washing your fruit and vegetables in tap water alone is like washing your hands without soap.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. I mean, because a
Yeah.
lot of soaps nowadays have high perfume rates, and we're not looking to consume perfume, if that makes sense.
That's right. That's right. I mean, what soap does, besides leave your hands with the smell, is kill
Yeah.
bacteria. Now, when you're washing with your vegetables in tap water alone, you're not killing the bacteria. You're in fact just moving the bacteria
Yeah.
around. So I've actually have one of my machines over here. So if you can see the generator, it's a very small device, very portable, and it will go right on your faucet using this aerator.
Yeah.
So you just screw that onto your faucet, kind of like how you put on a Brita filter. You connect it via a hose, and then you can just turn on your water, then go ahead and wash down like you always did.
Yeah, I mean, we hooked it up. It just took us several minutes to install. And one of the coolest things, that we found with the unit is when we actually turned it on and tested, and we could smell the ozone coming off the water.
Yeah,
And that tells us that it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
that's right. That's right.
Another question in regards to E. coli and washing fruits and vegetables is there a recommended amount of time that would be required to get rid of that bacteria off the fruits and vegetables in regards to washing it?
Yes, with our system, we recommend a 10-second rinse.
Okay.
So when we did all of our testing, everything is based on 10 seconds. And that just means, you turn on your faucet, you rinse your fruit, vegetables there for 10 seconds. Lightly scrub the surface. It helps to remove the caked on bacteria. And based on our third-party test reports, that 10-second rinse will kill over 99% of E. coli.
That's really cool. I mean, and I think that's really beneficial for a lot of families who are looking to provide, fruits and vegetables to their kids and they don't want them to get sick. I mean, for me, that's a no-brainer in my opinion.
That's right. That's right.
Especially in regards to like kids, that brings us to a whole nother option that you can use this product for, which would be surface sterilization. I mean, that's one of the things that I've seen ozone being highly beneficial for because, you can essentially just pull water out of the tap that has ozone and you can use it to sterilize, toys or whatever. I mean, what's your thoughts on, and was that one of the reasons why you guys also designed this product?
Yes, that's right. And that's one of the reasons why we designed this product to go right on your faucet. Because when you design any product, it needs to be easy to
Yeah.
use. And you wanna get something clean. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time. It's got to be fast, and it should be pretty straightforward. And we're always washing things in the faucet. We know how to do that, so that's why we like to put our system right on the faucet.
Yeah.
So going to your question about baby bottles and toys, yes, that's a very good thing to wash in ozone. You just rinse it in ozone. Again, slightly scrub it down, maybe with a brush. It helps remove those caked on particles. Now, a lot of parents don't want to use chemicals
Yeah.
to sanitize the toys because, of course, babies will put the toys in the mouth. And boiling the toys, that takes a lot of time. It makes your house all hot. So for that reason, a lot of people are choosing to sanitize the baby equipment with ozone.
I mean, I think it's a great idea. And I mean, think about it. If you're using, soaps and all that stuff on, especially washing your hands as well. I mean, soap's going to dry out your hands so fast. You're
That's right.
constantly having to use lotions to re-moisturize your skin. I love the fact that you don't have to use soap, and ozone will basically do exactly what soap's going to do, but do a better job. That.
Yeah, Tommy, when you mention soap, it's also interesting. A lot of parents tell me that their children are not washing their hands in soap.
Yeah.
For one reason or another, they're just not using it. And if you have this on your faucet, even though the children are not washing with soap, you've got ozone in there. It's a second layer of
Yeah,
protection.
and I have two kids, and so I was actually I told one of them to go wash their hands last night, and to use soap, and I was watching them, and I could see how poorly they got the soap around, how they were basically just putting the soap on one little spot on their hands, and then it
Yeah,
just rinsed off. Like they didn't even honestly get the soap
they
around
didn't
to,
scrub.
they didn't
Yeah.
scrub it or do anything like that. So yeah, from a standpoint of washing your hands, absolutely. I think that would be this is way better for kids in my opinion. No, that's a really good way to look at it.
And what a lot of people like to do with our system is put ozone water inside a spray bottle.
Yeah,
And then you can use this to go ahead, spray down your tables, wipe down your tables with ozone water. It's also great for mopping the floor.
that's good.
Yeah, what a lot of our customers do is they, again, if they have children in the house, the kids are crawling all over the floor. They don't want to be, spreading chemicals such as chlorine all over the floor. So instead, they'll just mop with ozone water.
I mean, if you can just make it on demand, why not? I mean, it's going to do a better job and not leave any chemical residue. So why not? That's the way I say it. So
That's right.
that's
That's right.
awesome. Yeah,
Another really cool application with ozone is washing down windows.
interesting.
You'll find that after you wash with ozone, it's gonna literally leave a streak-free shine, and your windows will stay cleaner for longer.
Interesting.
True story. This is what I did once.
Okay.
I took the bucket of ozone water. I washed down my car windshield. I washed this half with ozone water. I washed that half with just regular tap water. The next day it started raining. The rainwater just beat it up over here, dried up, and left behind those rain spots, those circles. Over here, the rainwater literally just slid right off the window. It's like after you wax your car.
That's actually, I mean, that's a whole new market. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it feels like ozone was creating that protective
Yeah.
layer on the glass, keeping it clean.
Probably creating a protective layer, but also possibly eliminating that film that causes it to, a lot of that mess to occur.
That's true.
Well, I have another question I want to go over. Typically ozone, especially in the United States, is viewed, it can have sometimes a negative connotation to it, but here at PromoLife, we deal a lot with ozone therapy products where people use ozone, medically as well. So we really like to go and provide a lot of products that pertain to ozone. What has your experience been, with people who are really not familiar with ozone, and when they start to use it, how does their perspective change?
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of customers, if it's the first time working with ozone, they're going to ask about the safety effects.
Yeah,
And that's a very good question to ask. Like all things, ozone needs to be used at the right level.
yeah,
For example, they say a glass of red wine a day is healthy for you, but a bottle of red wine a day is not healthy for
yep,
you. So the same thing with ozone, and that's one thing that created in this little mixing device that goes in your faucet. This is our patent, and what this does is it mixes the most amount of ozone into the water with very little ozone escaping into the air.
Cool.
So that keeps your system safe and effective. So that's what I tell them on the safety portion. And of course, we did submit this product to third-party test reports. We meet all the international standards.
That's good.
What a lot of customers say to me after they install the machine is the word amazing. You know, they don't realize how many chemicals they're using. And after they install our OzoneOn, they slowly use less chlorine, less mouthwash, less window cleaner, just less chemicals in general.
Yeah. Okay, we had a small technical difficulty, but we are back. Okay, Chris, so let's go over, utilizing this product so we use less chemicals in our life. You mentioned about, using it in the bathroom as well.
Yeah, that's right. So like I was saying earlier, a lot of our customers would use ozone to slowly replace those chemicals inside the house.
Yeah.
So slowly replace the chemicals, including chlorine, window cleaner, etc. And a lot of our customers love this product for personal hygiene.
Okay. How do they use it for personal hygiene?
They install the OzoneOn directly inside the bathroom faucet. And the first thing that they would do is use ozone to wash the hands, after going to the bathroom. Kills the E. coli. And secondly, you can use ozone to brush your teeth.
Okay.
Now, ozone in dentistry is a huge topic. And there's a lot of research out there showing that ozone is able to kill the bacteria that causes cavities. So, by brushing your teeth with ozone, that's a natural way to defend yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can also use ozone to gargle with. After I bought the OzoneOn, I stopped using mouthwash. And I never really liked mouthwash because it kind of burns your mouth and it leaves your mouth feeling all dry.
Yeah.
I now gargle with ozone. It does the exact same thing. It kills all the bacteria, and it's very, very gentle on your mouth.
Yeah. That's a huge point. I mean, just think of all the, how much money people spend every year on mouthwash. I mean, you're getting this coming out of your tap, and it's just providing exactly what you need. So, I definitely want to talk about a few other things regarding the equipment. So, when it comes to is there any maintenance that's required with this piece of equipment? Do you need anything in addition to use this, or what is involved into keeping this thing running?
So basically, when you purchase the machine, we're going to give you everything that you need, machine and parts. There's not a whole lot of maintenance required. Depending on the water quality in your area, you may want to remove this mixer.
Okay.
And just rinse it down with tap water. Do that about every month or so. That kind of prevents solids from forming over here.
Okay.
That's what you would do if you're in an area that has a lot of solids in the water. And on the back of the machine over here, this is a check valve. It allows your ozone to escape, prevents water from going in.
Okay.
About every 6 months to 1 year, you want to replace that.
Okay. And is that something, do you guys supply extras of those, or do we just have to, how does that work?
Yeah, so there's an extra one inside the box with the machine. Okay. Then if you need more, you can purchase them through us.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, man, that was really good information on this product. We've had it in the office. We've been using it. We love to get new products, and when they do exactly what they say they're going to do, that's when we get even more excited about a product. This has been a phenomenal conversation, and it was very helpful. And Chris, thank you so much for spending the time to answer these questions on the OzoneOn Ozone water device. Before I go, if anybody has any additional questions that we did not cover, please feel free to send me an email at sales@promolife.com, or you can give us a call at 888-742-3404. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to check out our complete product line by visiting promolife.com.